All right, you're on. Good evening and welcome to the December 6th meeting of the Board of Selectmen. Maybe to rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good evening. Sorry for the few-minute delay here. We do have on our agenda a public hearing, so I'll call the public hearing to order. The Waterboro Board of Selectmen will hold a public hearing on Tuesday, December 6, 2022 at 6 p.m. to receive public comment regarding the new liquor license for 38 West Pub and Grill located at 38 West Road in Waterboro. So I would open it up for any comments from the public. Step right up to the...
Good evening, my name is Jane Harriman. I'm sure some of you know me, but I'm actually here representing the 38 West Pub and Grill on the looking to be accepted for a liquor license this evening, and hoping that you folks will approve it. And if you have any questions you'd like to ask, I'm willing to answer.
Any comments from the board? Questions?
If you get approved, how soon are you looking to open?
Hopefully by the first or second week of January. Thank you.
You may want to stretch your paperwork out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's expected starting date 12/30/20.
Well, originally I was supposed to do that, but because of the hearing and because of my inspections, I had to...
But today's 22.
It's 2020 instead of
Oh.
2022.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you.
2022.
Thank you, Dwayne, for correcting me on that. I will be sure to fix that.
Okay, any emails? Any comments or anybody zooming in? Nope. Okay. Any other questions from the board? This is the same location that Woody's has
Correct.
been in, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there'll be a name change, a new operator, so the new license is required,
Correct.
as you can't just transfer the license, right? Anything else?
Is sole on the liquor license is just you?
Correct.
Okay, nobody else?
Nope. Hard to believe, I know.
It's a big endeavor.
I'm looking
All
forward
right,
to it.
unless there's any other input, I would declare the public hearing closed, and we will handle this later in the agenda.
Meaning the answer comes later or...
No, we will vote tonight
Oh, okay.
under new business.
Thank you,
So,
Mr. Abbott.
You can certainly stick around if you'd like. All right. All right. Additions or deletions to the agenda. We talked about. Oh, I'm sorry. Any announcements from the board? Yes.
Addition for the agenda, Scott Corey for ZBA.
Let's talk about announcements first.
I have none, I guess.
I do not. I'm all set.
ZBA is still looking for a member or two.
Yeah, I think we'll take care of that
Should
tonight.
be able to take care of some of them.
Okay. All right. Additions or deletions to the agenda. Two issues. One is to discuss and vote to appoint a member to the ZBA, and that would be added as E. So if someone would move to add
So
that.
moved, Mr. Chairman.
And a second.
To the ZBA. And second one, which would be added as 9F, is to have a discussion regarding map 3, lot 55, which is a 40-ish acre parcel owned by the town of Waterboro. And you want to ask the abutting properties whether there's an interest in purchasing it, so.
I'll make a motion to bring that lot up under 9F on the 40-acre lot between West Road and Middle Road.
Okay,
Second.
all those in favor? Opposed? All right. So we've added 2 items to the agenda. Let's go to appointments. Mr. Fay, Deputy Fay,
Gentlemen,
you're on.
how are you tonight?
Contract deputy update.
So, I got a few things to go over. Actually, a lot of things, but I've condensed it. I guess the first thing is, did you all get the monthly stats from last month and have a chance to review them? And if so, do you have any questions?
They came up today.
They came out today. I wasn't sure if you guys were like on the ball or something. So- Well, they got them, so I thought maybe they'd like expediently read them, but we'll do that next month. But if you have any questions, you can get a hold of me. I'll have my phone number, except Chevette, he does not have my phone number.
I don't blame you.
But, and we can talk about them, you have questions, concerns, it's only me the last month. We do have some other deputies that work pretty hard in Waterboro when they're here, so, but if you have any questions on that, let me know.
The other deputy's back to work, am I correct?
Yes, he started back last week,
Last week?
so, yeah. He's working tonight, actually. The next thing is, we've had a rash of catalytic converter thefts in town, as this, we talked about this last time. There's been a couple burglaries. These things come in waves, just, keep an eye out for your vehicles. If you have a large Ford truck, as we talked about last time, they like to climb under those. They tend to be ones that are susceptible, pickup trucks, just to be aware.
No big guys like me can crawl under a big truck.
Yes.
Don't get your,
I'm not-
don't get your gather up too high, because they're stealing them off them little cars now, too.
Well, they are. They'll, if there's a catalytic converter, they will take them. They sell them for pretty good money to.
Glad the legislature passed a law regarding the sale of catalytic converters.
Let's hope let's hope that has some impact. There was one town that was actually, it provides stencils for people to stencil property of some police department on them. They have spray paint and stuff, so. But those things tend to, these thefts tend to work themselves out. The people
Yep.
eventually get caught, and it doesn't help the people who have lost, though. Next thing is, we're continuing to identify some problem areas in town. We just shifted a couple speed details that'll be done by the end of this month to down on Main Street in Waterboro. We've had a lot of complaints down there. And over this last year, we've done over 20 different details in Waterboro for speed, OUI, and distracted driving. So, and when we identify more areas, we've been given permission and leeway to do details in the area. So if we find some, and they have to be, they probably not going to do them on, Bennett Hill Road or something like that. But if it's a fairly decent secondary road, we'll work on it. So your input is definitely listened to here. I talked to Matt earlier today about fuel assistance. We come across people in the evening, midnight, after hours that might be in need. And we want to work with you guys, see what we could do for some emergency fuel assistance if we come across a family or somebody who's in dire need and meets the criterion. So I was directed to Nancy, I believe.
Yeah.
Nancy.
I think if you get a case like that, haul. Because I got a 5-gallon can and I can go get somebody.
Okay. We'll work
By
with,
the night.
right, we'll work with you guys and figure out something that we can pass on to all the guys that work, the midnight shift and the evening shift as well. If your number's one of those that can be utilized, then we'll definitely put that in our system. So,
So there's 2 or 3 tanks around town here that we can get 24/7
Yeah.
fuel.
This would be in like a case of a serious, they have no heat, it's,
Yeah.
2 degrees out, and, it could be a serious emergency.
The
so.
K1 is probably the worst fuel I don't think that we can get.
Right, it's pretty expensive right now.
Well, no, we can't get it 24/7, so that's something that would have to be waited till morning, if we haven't got, but the number 2 fuel can be got in a couple different places,
Okay.
24/7.
It might be something we have to utilize at some point. I know the fire department does, they do some things too, so,
You know, if somebody's completely out of wood or something like that,
right?
within a few hours, I think probably we can find some.
I think the town was providing pellets at one point, were you? Like pallets and pellets, so you had a pallet, they would pass them out?
It was a while back, there was something came up with pellets, but that was a while ago,
Okay,
yeah.
Yeah, it may be something we gotta do again.
yeah. I lost my place. I must be getting old, huh? I don't know if any of you here are familiar with No Bowl Empty. I know Dave is. Well, Nadine Malloy was just, she was just voted, she got some award from the state, and I just thought we should, it'd be nice to acknowledge her. She does a lot of good things for pets and the poor and indigent that have pets. So.
Did you say Nadine Malloy?
Nadine Malloy, yeah, she's right over on Old Alfred Road, No Bowl Empty. She does a lot, and she got recognized by the state for doing so just recently. Did you know?
Program going.
Pet food, right?
I talked to Jason earlier.
Pet food, right? Pet food. Pet food.
Pet food, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And she also is expanding into extreme need, like emergent needs as well for like indigent people, as you mentioned.
Really?
She's just starting to branch
Yeah.
into that. But
Well, she does good work, she
Yeah.
does. So,
she was just appointed to the Public Safety Committee.
was she really?
Yeah.
Very good, very good, that's good to hear.
Yeah.
But I just thought, I'd heard that recently, and I thought Sheriff's Office ought to acknowledge her accomplishments and what she does. So, Matt told me earlier that possibly a couple pole-mounted speed signs and maybe some illuminated stop signs might be in the works eventually. We can work on good places to put those.
I got a question about our speed trailer. Does that do traffic counts too?
Yes.
It does do traffic counts? That's a good thing to know. Yeah.
That was next on my agenda, by the way.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's actually, I talked to Jason earlier, and that's been put away for the year because snowbank and
Yeah.
stuff like that, but we'll resume it back in the spring and work it, rotate it through the town and some good spots. And we'll also try to mix the one the sheriff's office has, and there's a big one, but it's limited where you can put that. I mean, you're not gonna put that on, Roberts Ridge Road anywhere, or some of these.
Yeah, you need a shoulder. Does this speed trailer also do the average speed and average out the high and lows like the other one? Okay.
Yeah, it takes somebody a lot smarter than us to probably figure that out. We're sitting over there, doing all that computer stuff.
I just give Dennis all the stuff and he figures it out.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Another
Runs it
thing.
through Excel.
Another thing that might need, considered, I knew at one time there was a York County Sheriff's Office substation sign at the fire department. I don't know what, maybe changing signs or something, but maybe that's something you guys should think about putting back up to, because I know I do get walk-ins when I'm over there, and,
We're doing an essay to find out what the proper rent is to the sheriff's department for that building.
proper rent,
Yeah.
once again, way above my pay grade, I'm just a patrol guy.
Well, the sign, Matt.
The sign was originally on the fire danger sign that was out front and the median.
Yeah, oh, you changed that,
And the
right?
fire danger sign deteriorated and fell apart, and then
Yeah.
we got that one from the state. That was a state sign.
So, something to consider.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, it was there for quite a while, and then it was on the bottom of it, if I remember.
yeah.
We want to be accessible in the town, and have, it just helps with our presence.
Yeah.
So, I think that is all I have. Is there anything you need me to relay, or anything that you need from me?
I think you coming in once a month helps. And, you know, after we get to digest this last month's report, you know, maybe next month we'll have some comments.
Okay.
Questions.
Do you happen to cover the fatality on the Townhouse Road?
I came in late because I had a selectmen's meeting that night, so I missed it.
Oh.
Unfortunately, it would have been my call.
Yeah.
Fortunately, but anyway,
Tragedy.
it was.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was road conditions or whatever happened with that, but
They haven't determined it yet,
Yeah.
but, you know how those things go.
yes, I do. Yeah.
So if you guys do have any questions of me, and Dave, if you wouldn't mind sharing my phone number with Gabriel.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, you don't have it. I'll share it with you if you need it. But if you guys have any questions of me, please call.
Okay.
All right, and, you know, I'll do what I can to accommodate you.
Thanks for coming in, Dwayne.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Hope you get your cruiser soon.
Let's go to any public comments. I don't see any hands shooting up in the air, so correspondence. We do have a treasurer's report. We have a letter from ecomaine, who is, we're part owner in, which is all of our waste goes there. EMS Award Recognition is also something that,
I read that, that was nice.
and that was based on the call, right, that we had on.
We had a medical emergency.
That was Townhouse Road too, right? Yeah,
Correct.
That was a crash, right?
Oh, another crash? Yeah.
As a result of a medical emergency.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
All right.
But it was very nice to see that the Waterboro Rescue and the whole crew got recognized from Maine Medical and
Right.
for doing such a great job in keeping the young fellow alive till they got to Maine Medical.
Yep.
The letter just praises the whole crew. So.
And I just wanted to share with you, so you know about it as well.
It's well worth sharing, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, greatly appreciate what the whole crew's doing.
All right, let's go to reports and staff initiatives. Selectmen's reports. Gary, anything?
I'm all set.
David?
I've had a quiet week.
Dwayne?
Yeah, nothing, ZBA's coming up with a hearing, but other than that,
Okay. And I am all set as well, so we'll toss it over to Matt.
I really don't have a lot of additional other than what's already been put on the agenda for tonight. We continue working on the budgets. We have communicated with all about trying to hold the line as much as they can. Obviously, the cost with everything and inflation is really driving everything nuts, especially within our utilities. I know Jason's got a lot of road work coming we need to look at doing. We have some other big challenges. I think it's actually on the agenda later on. It's consuming time with a plowing contract. Looking at those budget dollars for the future and what do we do. We have a lot of issues coming up that we have to really focus on and dig into. So another issue that we have is our code enforcement vehicle, 2008 pickup truck. He has cab mounts, corrosion, fuel pump, and some other engine issues. But 4,000 was it told us this morning.
Yeah, probably on the low end.
So
When they start tearing into something like that, it just leads to that much more.
it's served its life. It's
Yeah.
it's getting tired at this point. We put the vehicles out to bid. We have a 2008 Trailblazer that's out to bid, and a 2014 the police cruiser that the sheriff's office took off the road because it wasn't fit to be on the road. We've talked about looking at that and bringing it to a garage, but I'm struggling with the spending of $4,000 to $5,000 and some of this junk.
Put it towards something else.
So the question is, can we reach out to Natalie and ask those questions? If we have any options in the middle of the budget year now, to move forward. And we'll report back to you in 2 weeks.
does that 2014 get us through the spring?
Well, and that's, we're gonna try to get into a garage, but
I mean,
see what we can
we
do.
can put a bid in on it, the town.
Well, we can reject all bids.
Reject the bid, yeah. But
So,
if it's,
It's gonna need brakes, rotors. definitely some squealing going on, so I'm assuming a couple belts in certain areas. Don't really know the condition of the
This is
tires.
Ms. Laura?
but
How many miles on it?
108,
108?
108,000.
That's not really much.
It's the one that Dwayne's had, the contract deputy cruiser we had from. But they had other issues. We've replaced transmission issues. We've had transmission issues. Replaced one.
Those are known for water pumps.
I know we have corrosion issues on that one as well.
Yeah.
So we need to look at it.
It's worth checking out.
We need to explore that if we can get a few months, but we'll
Yeah.
look at all the options and come back to you in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let you know. But,
So both of those are cruisers?
Trailblazer was not.
Trailblazer or something?
That's the one we had at the fire station.
Yeah, that one isn't worth,
No, that's been stuck on 295 a couple times. That's we've had it towed back from Augusta.
yeah,
Oh,
okay.
wow. Time to return.
Well, you had it for a year, and then, I mean, for multiple years.
We had it for
And
almost 10 years.
Lisa
yeah.
had it for,
Yeah. So it's
okay. Anything else, Matt?
that's it.
All right, let's move into new business. Discuss and vote on the new liquor license for 38 West Pub and Grill. What is your pleasure there?
I make a motion that we accept the liquor license as written,
I'll second it.
providing the expected start date gets corrected.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Okay?
Yeah, no, serious, yeah, it's
No,
gonna
as far
be,
as-
change
It's
that.
gotta be corrected.
I'll second it, like I said.
Okay, been moved and seconded. Any further discussion? Sensing none, all those in favor? Opposed? You are all set.
Good luck.
Thank you
And
very
good
much.
luck. Discuss vote to appoint a member to the planning board. Back when we interviewed Luna, Hickory, hello. We appointed her to the Economic Development Committee. She also had interest in the planning board. So I've reached back out to her to see if she's still interested in the planning board. She has confirmed that. So what is your pleasure there?
I'll make a motion, we accept it for that position.
Okay? Do I have a second?
You do.
Any further discussion? He walks in just as we get ready to vote.
She heard her name through the door.
How's it going?
All those in favor? Opposed? All right. And now we're a planning board member, officially, Luna. So,
I'm now what?
a planning board member,
Wonderful.
she's sworn in.
right. Oh, yeah, you'll have to be sworn in. And they have canceled tomorrow night's meeting, so it'll be 2 weeks from tomorrow. All right, let's go back to 9C, discuss vote to appoint a member to the Budget Committee and to the Zoning Board of Appeals. We have Deb Burrows, who has both been on the planning board, has an interest in now the
Budget committee and the
right, the ZBA and the Budget Committee.
Deb, she wants both? She's interested in both?
Yep.
I know Deb personally, and she's done a great job on some of the committees that she's been here in, so
Yeah.
I'll make that motion that we appoint her to both the planning board and zoning board of appeals.
No,
I'm sorry,
ZBA
budget
and
committee.
Budget Committee.
Budget committee.
Budget Committee and
And
ZBA.
yes.
I'll second it.
Okay, any further discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? That motion carries. Let me get this back up here. All right. Why don't we defer a discussion on the snowplow contractor to the end here? And then we'll jump to E, which is discuss a vote to approve a member to the zoning board of appeals, and that would be, is this Scott?
Scott.
Scott
Corey.
Scott Corey, to the zoning board of appeals. So if someone would want to make that motion, we interviewed Scott recently, and after he gave it some thought, he agreed to be
That's good.
appointed to the ZBA.
Yeah, we'll make a motion, we accept him to that position.
Okay? Do I have a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor, raise your hand, opposed. So Scott will be appointed to the ZBA. That should fill out the roster, right?
Yes.
That's good.
Let's jump to item F, which we added, which is map 3, lot 55, which is between West and Middle Road. I think really is the discussion would be to solicit input from the abutters to that property to see if there's interest in purchasing it, right? And I don't think we need to initially determine what the value is or what the value isn't, so just to see if there's an interest. We know at least one is an interest.
I think
maybe
there's
Yeah.
two at least that are interested, but,
And this is a 40-plus acre lot that's landlocked that we own, but we can't do anything but to sell it to the abutters.
Right.
Okay.
So it's a little over 40 acres, split by a brook, and it is landlocked. So we still trying to find out how the town became owners of it, but we go back as far as the 60s and can't find how we acquired it, but it had to have been tax acquired at some point in time. So all we're doing would be to sell our interest in what the town's interest is on that property. So it's a quitclaim deed, and that will be it. But I think initially we just need to find out if there's interest.
Yeah.
Anybody's. So if Matt wants to take that on.
I'll make that a motion that we send all abutters of, what was the lot number?
Okay, map 3, lot 55.
Yeah, any abutters to map 3, lot 45? 55, get notice that we are intending on selling, and are they interested?
Okay,
And we're gonna put a date by,
yeah,
you know,
we'll have to have some
closing date.
date that would suggest get back to us by a certain date if you're
Yeah.
interested.
Okay. I'll second his
But
motion.
I'll put by the 15th of January.
There you go.
Yeah, that works.
That gets you over
Yeah.
the holidays.
Second.
I second it.
Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Puts it to rest.
Yeah.
All right. Now we'll talk about snowplow contracts. Kind of little sticker shock for 2023, 2024 winter. We're currently all set for this current winter season, 22 and 23. And we put this out to bid for winter snow plowing and sanding. We had one response, and it jumps from, I think we're paying, what, $560,000 this year, to the first year at $728,000. So, needless to say, the reaction was, okay, maybe the town needs to start looking at doing some level of plowing. So,
Dennis, what's the 728, and then there's an 11,000 below it? What's
that's for every additional mile.
Per mile.
Right, so
That's the price per mile.
the 728 would cover what we have identified for mileage
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Any additional miles
If we
that we
should-
put on would be $11,330.
$750,000?
$750,000.
Plow our roads. Let that
So-
sink in.
That's
So-
plowing and
Plowing and
sanding and
Yeah.
salting,
Right,
but not buying the sand and salt.
Right. Sand, the town is still responsible for sand and salt.
So with that, you're,
Talking about $1 million.
easy.
Yeah, easy,
Yeah.
easy.
Yeah.
850,000 the first year at least.
Jeez.
So I think probably it's time to,
The price of salt has gone up about $25 a ton this year. So, the sand has stayed the same, but our supplier supposedly might not have a lot of sand left down in the pit, so, is what I was told the other day, so we'll be looking for a different way of doing something another year.
So is our idea is to start exploring, we'll do this on our own?
well, I
somehow?
think at some point, we need to take, kind of like baby steps into this,
Sure.
right?
Yep,
But I do think that, it would be the same contractor who's Dayton's Snow Fighters, and he's the only one that put into a bid. But I think that, you know, maybe we can't affect the year one, but I think that as we go into year 2 and year 3, we probably can start to pick up. So I think whatever contract is written, an agreement with him, has to allow us to start to bite off certain mileage.
sure, yeah, yeah.
We have a wheeler that was supposedly audited and we took ownership of.
A what now?
A wheeler
Okay,
that is plow ready.
yeah,
Not, the plows are not on it, but we can buy the plow set
Okay.
up to put on that truck.
Yeah.
The truck is rigged for it,
yeah,
which means that if we took a third of the town, even the first, in another 3 years, we still gotta buy at least one more truck
right,
to be able to do it.
Yeah.
And he should have a third one for a spare.
there.
And he didn't make any commitments that he wasn't potentially retiring either, you know, at the end of that.
So,
Do we have any idea how many trucks they currently use to do our roads at a time?
Right up
It's
here in
in
this
the-
contract.
7.
So they use 7? Okay, that's what they were listing the trucks for?
Correct.
That's what they
Three
use
wheelers,
just for
3
us?
straights, and then he's
Yeah, I
got a
remember
couple
seeing
more
that.
tons.
I think he's got more than what required, to be honest with you.
He's got about 9 trucks listed on the list, so.
So 3 tandems and 3 single axles, at least, was required.
Yeah.
And 3 1-ton or larger pickup trucks at a front end loader.
And 2 spares.
Do we have to sign into a 3-year contract with him? Or, I like the idea of the verbiage of us taking a bite at the apple, if you will, in year 2 and year 3. I like that idea, but is it required that we do a 3-year contract with him?
I think you're better off and get planning. It's gonna take you a year and a half to get a truck.
But-
From the time you order it and,
You know, I guess my put would be is you sign a 3-year deal,
And
but the verbiage has to be that
Into the contract.
as into the contract, it says, okay, in year 2,
We have an
or year
option.
3, or
We have an
whatever the
option,
case
yeah.
may be,
Yeah.
the town has an option to start
Right,
Because it's,
picking
yeah,
up.
it's unrealistic that in 3 years from now, that the town of Waterboro can have a public works department that's ready to take on all of our roads.
But we may need to be pushing that direction because of, there's no other bidders out there at that time, and he may retire.
what if he decides not to do it?
And he alluded to that.
Nobody's putting in.
That's what he told us the other day at the bid
That's a
opening.
huge amount of money.
Oh, man.
Huge.
his
Yeah.
health is in pretty good shape right now, but
Right.
has not been, so,
Right.
you know, Paul's,
Well, if the verbiage is in there that we can start chewing away at this over the next couple of years, I would be
And
fine
I
with
think,
that.
I think really that's a discussion that you have to have, a negotiation you have to have
Right.
With Paul.
with
Yeah.
Paul, right?
Yeah.
but it's gonna take you 3 years to get set up even,
Get him half it down.
to do even half of the town.
So,
So,
Yeah, but if we have a truck already, you add a plow and a sander to that truck.
but it's
We can do that in the
almost,
next couple of years.
right, but it's almost a year's wait to get that on, is what I'm trying to tell you.
Is it that much of a
Yeah.
wait?
Yeah, I mean, from the time you order it,
Yeah,
and it's built, and then send the truck up there for a month to have them
actually, yeah, it's-
put it all on and plumb it.
And you-
It will be, if you did it tonight, you'd be next year before you'd even see that back here in town.
And we need to talk about
Unless
the
they've got
facilities.
something sitting up there that they've either taken off or
The biggest thing
haven't
too is
sold.
facility with mechanic.
Mm-hmm.
We're not, I mean, we can do some stuff, but we're not mechanics.
Right.
Which a mechanic could be townwide, you know, he can,
Sure.
we find the right one for the fire department, for the transfer station truck, our trucks, you know, all the small mowers and, I mean, but he's gonna come with the first two,
Well, he needs a place to work.
and he needs a place to work.
Yeah.
well,
We're going Monday to look at,
I think the only way that we attack this is to step back and say, okay, I mean, we always assumed that it was a longer-term issue, but I think it's right on the
Yeah,
front step right now.
you're right.
Right, to say, you know, and I don't, you know,
Price of fuel.
A lot of it's fuel.
my suggestion is that
Price of
we,
fuel is $2.95.
and I talked to Matt about this, is
Yes.
let's engage someone that has the expertise to kind of start to put this together.
The do's and don'ts.
And, and say, okay, I mean, it can be a strategy, but I think that, you know, I know Buxton had a Public Works Committee, right, that looked at what the size of the facility needed to be. My guess is that that's not big enough anymore, but, you know, that's only
we'll
a
meet with
guess.
them on Monday.
So I think that as you kind of launch this thing, you have to look at two avenues, right? Number one, you can't go buy vehicles without a building to service them in, right?
Exactly.
Now,
So it's right, almost two parallel paths, right? You need to look at how do you finance, you know, a facility, and how do you finance the equipment that needs to go into that facility, right? And
Right.
because then that starts to drive more people into public works and
It does. It's not just plow equipment that we're gonna need either.
Right.
can we explore grants for the building itself?
That's what I was
Oh,
gonna
yeah, we're
say.
gonna-
You're
Yeah.
probably not gonna find grants for equipment and
Maybe the
staff,
building.
but I think the building, if we explore it hard enough, there's gotta be some grants out there, matching grants.
well, the other thing that I think that we need to look at is that we've always, you know, it's like the salt shed. You know, we did $700,000, but we did it over 10 years, right? There's nothing that says that we can't go 20 years, right?
Right.
To lessen the, you know,
Right.
you're gonna end up paying more interest, but, you know,
Yeah.
the fact of the matter is that
The
it's
other-
easier to do debt service.
the other thing is, if you had 3 trucks, you gotta have a loader. But, if you had 3 trucks and hired, if this contract doesn't work or it in 3 years goes, there's probably 3 contractors out there that you could hire by the hour to plow snow. And then we'd have our main 3 to,
Yeah, if they're outfitted.
if they're outfitted, you know, that way, one, you're hiring it by the hour, the guy ain't got a furnace workers' comp, it's gonna fall into the town. He's only got 1 truck or 2 trucks,
Subbing,
Yeah.
you know, there's all kinds of ways of doing this other than putting it out to bid
right.
on some of these.
We could be like the Mass DOT and hire anybody that's got a plow on the front.
Well, a friend of mine lives in Beverly, Mass, and he's got a dually 1 ton, 1.5 ton truck,
Yeah.
and that's exactly what he does. They, hey, can you come out and plow? And he does.
Yeah.
All right, so
But this could happen.
this really, I think, needs to, start in earnest,
Yeah.
and,
We haven't got to sign a contract tonight because we're
Right,
all
right.
set this one up.
So let's, you guys are gonna go on your mission to visit different places and facilities and whatnot. So I think that,
I looked at the EMA building.
is a minimum probably,
Why, you wanna use that?
No, but
That's way too small.
When
You
you-
can get a truck in there.
Matt, when you go and do the visits, you're gonna see what like the, kind of like a budget is? and-
We're gonna try to look at the whole package, see
Yeah.
what plans they've got, what happened, if they did resources for funding.
Right.
I've done some exploring of that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, our debt doesn't always align with a lot of the grants that are out there that
Yeah.
we just don't have, we really don't have much.
Yeah.
Other than the salt shed. Most of the leases don't constitute or count towards debt, so, but we can explore those options.
Yeah.
And see what's out there. Buxton built theirs, what, in 2006 for, $1.8 million in 9,600 square feet. They're saying it's not big enough for what they've got, which you need to put yourself on the cover. We're spending a lot of money for it. It's, I know I've talked to Selectman Woodsman about some other metal buildings. We can certainly look at those options as well. We need a footprint that's gonna be big enough that's gonna have the space that, you need in it.
The other thing that they got to have, if you're gonna buy these new trucks and have them out there, expect them to last, is a wash bay.
Yeah.
Because when they come back in from the storm,
Yeah, we got it.
So it's,
it should take 4 hours to wash a truck and grease it and get it ready for the next storm.
I don't think anybody should be shocked with a $3 million price tag.
No?
And I think you're talking for building there alone,
Yeah.
potentially, and I'm not, certainly that's not me building it, that's for sure, but
Yeah.
if you're looking at what they've got over there in Buxton, for example.
Yeah.
But then you're talking, what did we say the other day, 200,000 for a truck, for a single?
Yeah.
And so you're,
Yeah.
and could you do the USDA rural direct loan program, low interest rate loan for municipalities, and do that over, anywhere from 20 to 40 years?
Yeah.
Obviously, if the infrastructure is built, it's not going anywhere, so,
Right.
maybe a 30-year bond isn't, a bad way to look at it. To reduce
so
it.
why don't we, I guess, you guys can go on your mission and whatnot, but I think earnestly we need to, and I know that you're in the middle of budget season, but I think the first part of the year, the new year, we need to start having workshops and some guidance of, okay, this is what the numbers look like, and, so I think, this is not anything that's gonna happen overnight. I think it's gonna be a 2 or 3 year
If
process.
you want to see a facilities that's completely rigged for mechanic, wash bay, whole 9 yards, it's a road trip, but Topsom Highway Camp. And they just put that up in the last, 3 years, but that one's got the wash bays and the mechanics and the lift and the whole 9 yards in it, so they can pick up a truck and, but, they've got
It's worth
also
starting the
facilities.
process.
Yeah.
For sure.
We need to launch.
facilities to
We're at that point.
make the road.
What are we doing for taking action on the bids currently?
It's worth taking a ride on.
What are we doing for action on the current bids?
Well, I think we don't need to award the bids, but we should at least accept the bid, right? They're acceptable, pending contractual language, right? So we're not gonna award the bid, but certainly I'd entertain a motion to accept
I'll make
the bid.
a motion to accept the bid, the one bid on the snow plowing contract for 2023-24 in the following 2 years.
Doesn't mean that we're agreeing to the total number, it's just the bid is acceptable,
Right.
right?
As long as that's what.
I mean, I don't think you'd have a problem if we got a couple trucks. I mean,
Well, I think that becomes part of the negotiation.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll second his motion then.
And you've got a bid in that bid package per mile. So if
Right.
we took,
Right.
as we went along and something happened, we could possibly talk to Paul and take some of the mileage out.
Do you want me to engage with a conversation regarding that with them, or do you want to have them here for a
No,
meeting?
I think that certainly you're more than capable of negotiating, or at least sitting down and saying, hey, you know,
To peel out
let's
those
just say,
miles.
you know, we're all shocked, right, at the number, but not totally unexpected.
Would he have the attitude that, no, I want it all or nothing?
I don't
No?
think
I don't
so.
think so.
No?
I don't
He
think
doesn't
so.
seem,
He's pretty easy to work with, so.
So any further discussion on the motion, just to accept
The
the
bids.
bid,
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay? Not to award the bid, but to accept the bid,
seven bids.
right?
With further discussion.
All those in favor? Opposed? Let's move on.
Yeah, that's right.
Old business, kind of deferred the tax-acquired properties. We'll deal with that later, after the first of the year, so that we can establish the priorities of going to bid or going to auction. So we'll defer that for, kind of roll that under pending decisions.
Just so the
If you will.
outside world knows, there's about 14 parcels that we're working on that are 2 and 3 years behind or more. But we'll be going to public auction at some point.
Most likely in 23.
Yeah.
Right.
23, yeah.
Okay? Other, discuss vote to approve the minutes of the November 15th meeting.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor? Opposed? Pending decisions, you get your action list for the week. Anything you want to add to the agenda for the next meeting? If not, let me know prior to Friday, the week before that meeting, and we'll go from there. Items needing signature, we've got the liquor license for the 38 West Pub and Grill. So sign that, put your name, and we'll go from there. And with all of that being said,
As a reminder, Thursday night, 6:30
oh,
PM.
that's right, I'm sorry,
Here,
Good idea.
meeting with the legislators and small businesses.
right.
Bring
So
your
we'll be in
questions.
this room, Dave Woods, Representative Dave Woodson, or Representative-elect Dave Woodson, and Senator-elect Hamilton.
And I think it's coming.
Matt.
Is gonna be here, so, and any small businesses, I know they've reached out to local small businesses to come. I think I sent a note off to our 2 members of the EDC, reminding them that it's on Thursday night at 6:30. With that, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Wait, did you guys already do new business?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I thought the meeting started at 6:30, but then I got here and it was already started.
6.
6. Always at
6
6, yeah.
6 o'clock. We had a public hearing at 6 o'clock this time.
Okay. So then I missed.
All right. So, somebody made a motion to adjourn?
Yep, I did.
And seconded. yeah.
All those in favor?
Now it's 7.